Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of our new little mini-sode series, Coffee Break.
Just like that.
Just like that, we're already on episode 3.
Damn. Quick.
So this is, we teased a little bit on the last one. Hopefully you guys saw the Diet Coke one. I've had a lot of messages of people saying they're now enjoying guilt-free Diet Coke, which is awesome.
Guilt-free.
But today we're going to talk about energy drinks because next to Diet Coke, I would say this is one of the most common things people freak out about if they see that I drink energy drinks. They are really quick to worry about the toxic issues with my energy drink and how my liver is going to fail and all the things. So
interesting.
We are going to talk about energy drinks. Okay. I'm going to talk about very, objectively the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Like my honest opinion on energy drinks are. So this is an energy drink. This is one that I will drink often. I kind of switch between Monster. My favorite is Ghost Lifestyle. But what is an energy drink? It's basically a drink that's got a lot of caffeine in it. It's carbonated. I always go for the sugar-free. So in terms of this, we're going to talk about energy drinks, but the sugar-free version. So I'm not going to go into calories and sugar and all of that. Okay. What's good about the energy drinks is they give you energy. They're tasty. They're a great alternative to coffee. They're easy to drink. Caffeine has proven ergogenic benefits that it gives you improved cognitive performance, increased energy, appetite suppression, lots of benefits in caffeine. But now let's talk about the bad, because there is some bad. As with anything,
there's always bad.
The bad comes with consumption. Okay. So the bad is too much energy, too easy to drink, and you can build your tolerance to caffeine. Some other things that I can honestly say that I feel are bad about an energy drink is the fun marketing is marketed to kids.
Yes. Bright colors.
Right. Bright colors, fun names.
Yes.
They look like candy, kind of like the way the vape situation, the way they were marketing to kids. Mm-hmm. So it's marketing to kids.
Facts.
Very easy to overconsume.
Yes.
And you can have issues when you overconsume it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easy to become addicted to it. Kids can buy it.
I know. There's no age.
There's no age limit.
Yeah.
So those are the bad. Now, what levels are actually toxic? Okay. It's pretty high levels. Or what are the things that can happen? Let's talk about what can happen when you drink these. Now, they range in the caffeine is the main issue. Okay. When people talk about oh my gosh, it's going to ruin your liver. It's going to, cause you to have a heart attack. The issue is the caffeine toxicity because it's not hard to do.
So when they're saying that to you, what studies are they basing their scientific data on? Or they're just spewing
I think
again?
they're basing it more off headlines.
Headlines.
Because if a child were to die of drinking energy drinks, that's going to make the headlines.
Yes.
And someone's
They're
not going to
say the amount.
Right. They're not going to pay attention to the story. They're going to cite the headline. That's a very common thing that people do. But the thing is, I will say, unlike our discussion on Diet Coke, where it would take 2,000 cans per day to
2,000.
So remember on the aspartame discussion, we talked about it would take 2,000 cans per day on average to have the toxic levels of aspartame. Caffeine toxicity levels are a lot lower. Easy to get there.
Yes.
Easy to get there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot lower than 2,000 cans per se, but excessive caffeine or energy drink consumption has been associated with like acute liver failure. But let's talk about what consumption we're talking about. When we talk about these negative side effects of energy drinks, we're talking cases of 4 to 5 energy drinks a day, 10 energy drinks a day, 20 energy drinks a day. Okay.
That's a lot.
So what made me think that this was kind of funny is someone is so quick to be worried about if I drink an energy drink. They're concerned about my liver. They're concerned about the toxic chemicals in the energy drink and that I'm going to have, a health issue. Never has somebody said that when they see me drinking a spicy margarita. Never, but the same type of thing happens. The toxicity to your liver, acute liver injury. If you alcohol poisoning.
I had 2 drinks Friday night. I worked out 2 hours yesterday, but I felt a little sluggish.
Right?
I felt the 2 drinks yesterday.
So, it's all in moderation, but let's go break it down. So, like, the issue becomes they're easy to drink, marketed to children. Children it's addictive. Caffeine is addictive. Caffeine, there's a lot of amazing benefits to caffeine. What does that caffeine make you feel like? Euphoric, alert, positive feelings, increased energy, increased motivation.
Yep.
That's what they're seeking. They're seeking that. And unfortunately, with caffeine, the tolerance level builds very easily. So those euphoric feelings they go away in a very short period of time. You have to drink more and more and more. And if you have somebody drinking in excess of 400 milligrams a day, it could cause problems. Now, it's not going to cause acute liver injury and death if you're not drinking an exorbitant amount. We're talking like multiple cans of energy drinks a day.
How many are in that, in one can?
So Monster is like, has anywhere, I think I have a chart here somewhere. So a can of Coke has like 40 milligrams of caffeine. Okay. Something like a Red Bull has 80. A Bang Energy, and this is why there's a lot of controversy around Bang, 300 milligrams of caffeine. So a lot. So I drink one energy drink per day. That is it. I monitor my other caffeine intake because of that.
Yeah.
Okay. I do not, if you guys notice, I call them the gold cans. I drink caffeine-free Diet Coke. Mm-hmm. I do not drink because I monitor my overall caffeine consumption. A cup of coffee, like normal coffee, has maybe like 35 milligrams of caffeine, 40.
That's all I'm taking in
an 8-ounce cup of coffee. Oh. So not a lot. So multiply that, and you're probably up on the higher end, but you should keep it 400 milligrams or less per day. But you want to think about it cumulatively, though. Think about the things that, I'm not talking about like your chocolate and small, minute amounts of caffeine, but I'm thinking, are you taking a fat burner? Are you taking pre-workout? Are you drinking coffee and an energy drink? Probably drinking too much caffeine.
Yeah, watch out.
And on the low level, it could give you anxiety, heart palpitations, heart arrhythmias. But if you get addicted and you're drinking 3 to 4 energy drinks a day, could you have issues with like tachycardia, atrial fibrillation? Like it can mess with your heartbeat. Yes, all of that is true.
Yeah.
So while I drink energy drinks, I think they're fine. Again, my message is always what? Moderation.
Moderation.
Know how much you should be taking in. Be responsible. I think as adults, there is nothing wrong with drinking an energy drink per day, keeping your caffeine consumption at about 400 milligrams per day or less. That's a responsible moderation. I do, however, think that they should probably have an age limit on the purchase. I don't think that a 12-year-old should be able to walk into a 7-Eleven and think it's cool to literally get drunk off of energy drinks. They could think it's cool with their friends to pound like 6 energy drinks and they can end up in the ER.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening. And I think that's why the headlines are.
They do these crazy challenges, these kids these days. Crazy challenges. They don't talk about that, but they talk about the headlines. Kid ends up in hospital for overdose of Monster Energy drink, but then they tell you he killed a 12-pack of it or something, like. Now,
in terms of the acute liver failure, and acute liver failure is not like chronic liver disease. It's something that happens quickly. It's like a toxicity to your liver, and you can recover quickly from it. But it's basically like an overdose of caffeine and what it will do to your liver. So some cases of where this has happened, these were what had happened. So in one case, the 50-year-old healthy man was drinking 4 to 5 cans daily for 3 weeks. He ended up with jaundice and hospitalization. So, but that's excessive, okay?
That's way excessive.
That's excessive. You can drink, a few bottles of wine every day for a month and you're going to have some health issues as well, right?
Your liver ain't going to be too happy.
Another report was a 50-year-old construction worker was drinking 5 to 10 cans a day.
5 to...
Yes, 5 to 10. And you know why? Because they're chasing that euphoria. They get the caffeine adaptation. They don't get the feeling from it anymore. And so
I don't think coffee does anything to me much anymore. I drink it more for the taste.
Yeah, so now it kind of gives you, it kind of keeps you at baseline. It doesn't give you energy.
Nah.
But the cool thing about caffeine is you can quickly detox from caffeine and reset your tolerance completely back to zero. Mm-hmm. And all you have to do is you can either taper off for a couple of weeks, or you can stop drinking it cold turkey for a week, and you'll be completely reset to where a cup of coffee is going to give you that euphoria again. So it's not a bad idea to reset your caffeine tolerance every once in a while.
Yeah. Just be prepared for headaches and a little sluggishness and grumpiness.
Yeah, initially, but it will regulate.
Yes.
And
I quit it, remember, for a while. I was on decaf for a while.
Now, if you want to know what are toxic levels and what are recommended levels based on your weight for different things, there is a website called the caffeineinformer.com/death by caffeine. I will link it in the show notes, link it in the description, because it's really cool. You can see, so like I went in there and put, okay, what if I want to drink a Red Bull? What's my daily maximum of Red Bulls, and what's a lethal amount of Red Bull for me? Based on my weight, I can drink 4 Red Bulls a day. If I drank 102 cans in a day, it would kill me.
Yeah, wow.
Okay.
That's a lot.
So Monster Energy, 2.3 cans per day is my max recommendation, but 58 cans of Monster in a day would kill me.
Damn.
Not to say that much smaller amounts, 4 to 5 cans a day over a period of a few days could send me to the ER, could give me the acute liver toxicity, could give me the heart arrhythmias, because it's excessive. But again, so is, tequila. So is wine. So is alcohol. You drink
too much tequila.
So is, anything that you overdrink. You can overdrink like those vitamin packets that you put in your water sometimes.
Yeah.
Like that have B vitamins, and they have all these vitamins. You can overdose on B vitamins. Mm-hmm. And you could have like a liver injury based on overdose of certain vitamins, B vitamins being some of them. So the issue with the energy drinks is that they have a concentrated amount of caffeine, and they're very easy to drink. It's a lot easier to drink a can of an energy drink than it is 5 cups of coffee. So it's a lot easier to overconsume. So you do need to be aware. And as parents, you need to limit or restrict this from your kids. 100%. I do agree with that.
Yeah, we didn't have that as kids. You know what I mean? Like I drank coffee growing up. My father, I'd make my little pot before school. Whatever, but no, we didn't have that. It was just Cokes.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't read anything that's changing my energy drink habits. I'm going to stick with my 1 energy drink a day for me.
You're not going to come off of it, huh?
No.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stick to trying to keep my caffeine under moderation. I do.
My coffee.
Your coffee?
Coffee.
I like coffee.
Yes.
Hello, we're Candidly with coffee.
Yeah.
And on days that I don't work out, I don't drink an energy drink. I just kind of got back into it, and I've been drinking it lately. Like right here is water, because I did have an energy drink this morning. So I do monitor my caffeine intake. I think it's cool that you can reset your caffeine tolerance by tapering back off. Also, fun fact, decaf coffee has caffeine in it.
Yes, it does. Very little.
It does have small, 20 milligrams or so.
Yes.
More than traces, but it does. It just has less than. So that is can be a little bit misleading. But basically my takeaways are, like alcohol, it should be consumed in moderation, energy drinks. Not for kids. Remember your overall consumption totals, and consider doing a caffeine detox every once in a while to reset your tolerance levels, and maybe avoid the energy drinks that are really high, like the Red Bulls, the Monsters, 200 or less. Then you have a little room for a coffee later, or your pre-workout, etc., and you're not going to go over those 400 milligram daily dosage. But all in all, I'll continue enjoying my energy drinks. Don't be afraid. They're not bad unless you overdo it, as with anything else. And thank you guys so much for joining us on another coffee break. If you want your topic to be featured on the next coffee break, just comment below. Give us some ideas. Always looking for ideas, things you want debunked. Any topic. Nothing is off limits.
Anything you guys want to talk about? Any questions about anything?
Let us know, and you could be the next coffee break. Thanks, guys.
See ya.